Hello and welcome to In This Corner TV. I'm James Smith from the MGM Grand, brought to you by Title Boxing. Gear up for greatness. And the WBC, Hope and Glory, the Green Belt. Well, Saturday night, the rubber match, Manny Pacquiao and Timothy Bradley, right here. This is where their prior two fights took place. In fact, for Manny Pacquiao, over a tremendous career that has spanned 21 years professionally, this will be his 13th fight inside the squared circle here at the MGM Grand. Pretty significant in a lot of ways, especially the main way is that Manny is saying this will be a swan song. This is it. 15 years ago, he made his debut inside the Grand Garden. A lot of memories. We sat down with Manny Pacquiao for a perspective in what is beyond a Hall of Fame career. As a professional, 21 years, 65 fights, 419 rounds, more championship belts than you can hold in one place. Have you accomplished all of your goals, Manny, in boxing?
Oh, I accomplished beyond of my dream, beyond of my imagination, and I'm so happy that God gave it to me. That accomplishment and blessings.
What has boxing done for Manny Pacquiao?
Because of boxing, changing my life, my way I live, helping my family, help not only my family but the people around me and the poor people in the Philippines. I help a lot, so that's because of boxing and the blessings from the Lord.
Boxing owes you a lot, too. What have you done, in your opinion, to better this sport of boxing?
What I have done, I think, putting the, history in boxing, the 8 different weight division and legacy. I already there in boxing, so that's I'm proud of.
Other than getting inside the squared circle with me, it's a joke. What are you what are you most proud of as a fighter? Somebody who's faced everybody all the time, anytime, all different divisions. What are you, if there is a single moment in your career that you're most proud of, what would it be?
I'm most proud of is to have interview one-on-one with you.
That's great. I love that. And a check's in the mail, but don't cash it until after your fight.
And the most proud in my life is, to be here in Las Vegas to fight, a different boxers and experience to meet different boxers and to meet different people, and to be recognized by the people.
I'm very proud to say I'm getting inducted into the Nevada Boxing Hall of Fame in July. You'll be in there someday. You'll also be where I'll be hosting in June in Canastota in the International. But what has Las Vegas in particular meant to Manny Pacquiao?
Oh, I will never forget, Las Vegas, because my first fight in America is in Las Vegas until now. Keep on fighting here, and it helped me a lot. And my second home.
How do you want to be remembered as a fighter?
I want them to remember me after as a fighter, as a good fighter and a good man and a generous man, and has the heart for the people.
Okay, on to Saturday night, because I told Freddie this already. There's a better chance of Manny and I playing for the Lakers next year than this actually being his last fight, in my opinion. You and I will be playing. I don't think this is going to be your last fight, so you can just respond to me. I'm your pal. It's not going to be your last fight.
I don't know. Right now, my decision is retire, but to coming back, I'm not really sure because I don't know. I don't know what's the feeling when we get, the life in a retired life. It's hard to say that.
But let's just bounce forward like 7, 8, and 10 months. You get a text from Floyd Mayweather. He wants you and him to make $100 more million. He knows you went into that first fight injured. Let's say you win this fight with Bradley and look good. So you get that little text. Would you consider that?
That's I cannot answer because I told you, what if I'm enjoying a life, a retired life? I mean, and then that's what I can say right now is I don't know what's the feeling being there.
Well, let's talk about what kind of feeling it's going to be on Saturday night. First off, the right shoulder's in great shape.
Great shape and good and 100%.
Okay, yeah, that was a weapon I thought would work well against, Floyd if it had been healthy. 24 rounds you've been against this guy. Round 25 on Saturday night, right down in the squared circle there. What do you think about round 25 and beyond with Tim Bradley?
I believe that we can create more action round 25 and on Saturday night. And I'm excited for what fight we can give for the fans and because we all know that he has a new coach and excited for what he can bring on Saturday.
Can you bring us a knockout? You haven't had one since 2009. Can you get this Bradley out of here?
Well, if you ask me, in my heart, it's good for me if there's a knockout, but I don't want to predict the fight. I mean, I'm doing my best in training, and it is in God's hand.
Yeah, and one final comment, just after the comments you made that disturbed a lot of people, the anti-gay comments, if you want to call them that. I was on a lot of radio shows here in this country and all over the world, and I was asked about them. And I said, Manny's religious beliefs. All I can tell you, well, let me finish what I said. I said, I know Manny, and he would give the shirt off of his back to any man, woman, child. So those were my comments, just so you know.
Thank you, sir. On that interview, that's
soundbite that you, yeah.
5 to 10 minutes interview, and explaining there, and I'm not condemning anyone. Who am I to condemn them? I'm just explaining this. What I'm explaining is the act. It's possible if they're the acts. I don't want to agree the act. The act, because in my belief that's a sin. But as a person, I'm not condemning anyone. That's my explanation in the whole interview, and in fact, I have a lot of workers, LGBT thing, part of the LGBT, and I even have a cousin, LGBT, and my wife, she has a lot of LGBT gay people work in her. So how can I condemn them? I was misquoted because in the Philippines it's election and I'm running for higher office. So that's what I'm explaining, that I'm not condemning. In fact, I love them. I support them. I have more than 200 LGBT scholars. Can you imagine that? And not only that, but in our company, a lot of LGBT work in us. So
I just wanted to give you the opportunity because I've known you a long time. And if it is a wrap-up for you on Saturday night, I want to thank you, and this corner wants to thank you, and all of boxing should thank you if it is a wrap-up. I don't think it will be, but if it is, thanks for everything you've done for the sport, for yours truly, and in this corner.
Thank you so much in this corner, and you to have this, and this is a great experience and part of my legacy that we interview each other every fight that I had.
I've been in the ring with 50 world champions, and you're one of them and one of the best. Manny Pacquiao.
Thank you.
Manny